Hello, silver fans. This is T, and you're in the place to be for silver education, acquisition, and entertainment. Hey, the place to be today is a science classroom where my friend, Miss S., who happens to be a science teacher, is going to help me with a little bit of science. T. Hey, for us stackers, the goal is to add silver, gold, and platinum to our stacks. One way that some of us achieve this is by parking our fiat currency in investments, letting them grow, and cashing out a greater sum than we put in, and then making our precious metals purchases. One of those investments that I've recently learned about is a company called Uranium Royalty Corp. Uranium, you ask? Yes, uranium. So, my friends, let's take a moment to learn a little bit about our radioactive friend, uranium. Miss S., thanks for coming on the channel.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, tell us a little bit about uranium. I see you have the periodic table behind you there.
So here's our periodic table of elements. Most elements naturally occurring here on Earth. And so here's uranium, found in our highly reactive series. It has an atomic number of 92. It is found naturally here in Earth's crust. The vast majority of it is found in Russia. It is a heavy metal, and when found in nature is in the form of like a solid rock.
And so what is its use?
So we can use uranium for clean energy, which is the big push right now. A lot of energy sources are polluting our Earth. And so what we want to use uranium for is to move towards phasing out the coal and moving to our highly effective clean energy.
What percentage of America's energy is created by uranium and nuclear power?
So shockingly, about 55% of energy in the United States.
So Miss S., now that my viewers know a little bit more about uranium than they previously did, I'm going to talk to them about a company that I've recently gotten involved with. They are sponsors of this video, and their name is Uranium Royalty Corp. Miss S., don't go away. There's going to be a little quiz at the end, and I'd like you to be a part of that. Sound good?
Sounds good. Now I'm intrigued. Can you tell me a little bit more about Uranium Royalty Corp?
Sure, I'd be happy to. But before I get into it, let me simply remind my viewers I am not a financial advisor, and I encourage each and every one of them to do their own due diligence. Uranium Royalty Corp is focused on gaining exposure to uranium prices by making strategic investments in uranium interests, including royalties, streams, debt, and equity in uranium companies, as well as through physical uranium transactions. The company's strategy recognizes the cyclical nature of valuations based on uranium prices, including the availability of capital in different pricing environments.
Are they a publicly traded company? And if so, what is the ticker symbol?
Hey, they sure are. They are listed on the NASDAQ under the symbol UROY. And in Canada, they're under the symbol URC.
Who leads the company?
Well, they have a very talented team assembled, and they are led by a gentleman named Mr. Scott Melby. Mr. Melby has 37 years of experience in the nuclear energy industry. Now, to hear a little bit more from Mr. Melby himself, here he is.
We're well below what's needed to stimulate the new mine production that's going to be needed to meet all the needs of these nuclear power plants, whether they're the small modular or the large reactors being built around the world. The uranium narrative couldn't be more exciting right now, and the timing is excellent because you're also tapping into that mega trend towards clean energy and green energy. And we've also seen ESG investing and funds beginning to invest in uranium companies like Uranium Royalty because of its green energy.
Where in the world are Uranium Royalty Corp's holdings?
They have positions in the good old USA, Canada, South America, and even in Africa.
What actually is a royalty company?
Well, Miss S., Uranium Royalty Corp doesn't actually own their own mines or conduct exploration. Rather, they have a growing portfolio of uranium interests. And as you can see, that portfolio is extremely diverse.
I heard the words pure play. What does that mean?
Quite simply, what that means is that with Uranium Royalty Corp, the waters are not muddied by other commodities. And considering everything that we've already talked about and the timing and the world climate, Uranium Royalty Corp is an awesome play right now. Just think, are we going to be using more or less clean energy going into the future? Well, I think the answer to that is obvious. More.
Can you tell me a little bit more about uranium's role in the energy sector?
Sure, let me show you this chart here. It shows that nuclear power is clean energy. And unlike other green forms of energy, wind or solar that depend on the weather, hey, nuclear energy is dependable 24/7.
How does Russia's war with Ukraine affect the uranium market around the world?
Take a look at this chart right here. Did you know that uranium has a spot price just like silver or gold? Well, another thing to take into consideration is that the largest supplier on the planet is in a war right now. That's Russia. Russia is the world's largest supplier of uranium. How in the world do you think that's going to affect spot price? Well, obviously, it's going to go up.
Do you own stock in this company?
Well, giving full disclosure, the answer to that is yes. When I started doing research on this company, I felt compelled to buy some stock. I bought in at a little bit over $4.
What's the stock price been doing lately?
Well, I always like to look at the big picture. Now look back at this 1-year chart. You see a lot of spikes, you see a lot of dips, but the chart is green. That means the overall trend is upward. I have a feeling that we're due for a spike up in the very near future.
Where can I learn more?
Well, that's the easiest question of the day. You can go to uraniumroyalty.com. Check out their website, do your own due diligence, do your own research, and perhaps you'll come to the same conclusion I did. Good luck.
Okay, everybody, it's time for the quiz. What is the symbol for uranium on the periodic table? What is the atomic number? What is the stock symbol for Uranium Royalty Corp? How can you learn more? All right, let us know how you did in the comment section below.
Hey, thanks, Miss S. Really appreciate your help with this video. And to all of my viewers, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Hey, and a special thank you to my channel members for supporting me and doing what I do. And speaking of that, thank you to Miss S for being such a great sport in this video. T.